I challenge myself every single time. But to some degree, you think it's not enough. I mean, for example, the lady in New York, this person is minding his business, walking in Central Park. This is an open place where everybody is walking. Same, this lady, a professional person who works for one of these financial institutions, calls police on a black man. What is it that, as black people, what is it that we have done really to deserve this kind of treatment from our fellow Americans?
She probably happens to have a false sense of who she is. Again, she probably looks back at the history of the formation of this great country and looks at herself as a legitimate human being who has the constitutional rights. Others might, in fact, call them inalienable rights, or even birthrights for that matter. And she looks at this black man, this cousin of ours. She looks at him and she doesn't see a citizen like herself. She sees a subject, as per the other pundit that I mentioned earlier. And therefore, she thinks that she has the protection, almost basically a right of being protected by the institution of the police from this particular individual who obviously she thinks does not have any constitutional rights, is a subject because, mind you, that important document at one time had characterized people who looked like you and me as a piece of property. Even though there have been so many changes, mind you, you cannot, it is said, legislate attitudes and mindsets. Those have to undergo fundamental changes, really. And in order for those things to happen, it is up to the media, it is up to the educational curriculum of this great country. It is up to our leaders, whether they be political, whether they be religious leaders, civic leaders. It is really all of us. Each of us, I think, is in this together. And I think that is the reason why you said that you try to be the best that you could be, but you still feel like you really haven't done enough. I can assure you, you should continue doing that because I think, given my experience, you may very well be on the right path. This is a country where I found that if you are actually a black man or a black woman, good may not be good enough for you. You have to be the best in order for the dominant culture to consider or perceive you to be on the same page.